satisfy them. So they wanted to, I mean, in my opinion, allegedly drug her in this moment.
Oh! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you didn't already know, act like you know, because it's that as us, so let's hop right into this video. So today, we are reacting to the real reason why Nikyee Heaton escaped the music industry. She's exposing Kanye and Diddy. So before we hop in, you already know what to do. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's just hop right into this video.
Nikyee Heaton was 19 years old when her pop career took off. She was going to be the next biggest star until she disappeared, and now we're learning why. It's because Diddy and Kanye attacked Nikyee in the studio, ripping off her clothes and then blacklisting her from Hollywood. This is exactly why the music industry is a scary place, so let's get into it.
Because that's a crazy intro.
I used to be a big fan of Nikyee Heaton's. I remember finding her on YouTube and watching her cover songs and then following her as she made her own music.
What's her genre?
Her song Bad Intentions brings back so many memories of me listening with my friends and my sister as we were growing up. But as I got older, I started to realize that Nikyee just stopped making music. And I always wondered what happened to her. And now with Diddy getting locked up, Nikyee has her own story to tell about him and Kanye and much more. Now this story can be triggering because Nikyee accuses Kanye and Diddy of harming her when she was just 19 years old. Nikyee Heaton is a self-taught U.S. singer and songwriter who gained popularity on YouTube. She would go and cover like rap songs, but on a guitar, and it was super cute. I remember her cover of Sosa is where I found her.
Oh. Huh.
She started posting videos of her covers and some original songs on YouTube in 2011, which ultimately gained traction and caught the attention of record labels. So now let's go ahead and talk about what Nikyee has to share about her experience getting into the music industry. Now at 19 years old, she had no idea what she was getting into. I mean, she grew on YouTube, so to get into the real world and to be in a room with Kanye and Diddy, that's scary. Following?
And then also, just the entertainment industry in general is just such a scary place, especially for just young children, because there are certain people's parents that will let other people just take advantage of them and their money, and sometimes the parents lean completely on the child that is, you know, going into the industry. And it's so sad to see, because you can look at it from both ends. Like, the parents need the money, but at what cost? At what cost are you gonna sell your child for that opportunity? And it just makes you really think. It's so sad, and she's definitely not the first and not the last. And I know that's been said so many times, but it's just so scary how many people that just don't tell their story, or, you know, they kind of just sit on their hands. Because, I mean, like, you have these really popular rappers and songwriters, whatever, and they have an army behind them. They have clout. They have fans, super fans. And let's not even get into that. The super fans that will eat you alive. I mean, even if you mispronounce their fave's name, I mean, they will drag you. But a lot of times we need to remind ourselves we could just turn this right off, you know? But also, like, you know, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. I'm so sorry to this girl. Oh, my God.
Following the success of her song Bad Intentions, Nikyee shared that she had been invited to Kanye's recording studio shortly after leaving home. Upon arriving, she observed that both Diddy and Kanye were completely effed up, drunk, but also probably on something else, and that they were looking at her in a way that made her feel immediately uncomfortable. When they offered her a drink, she pretended to take a sip, sensing that her act seemed to satisfy them. So they wanted to, I mean, in my opinion, allegedly drug her in this moment. That's like the theme when it comes to Diddy.
Let me also say allegedly, because SLOAN, he's just going off of, like, you know, what this woman has said. And I know that SLOAN has gotten what's it called, cease and desist before, but this video, I'm just reacting to it, and this is all alleged, okay? I don't want no mess with no lawsuits.
As time passed, the other women in the studio left, including Nicky's manager, who said she would return shortly. This left Nikyee alone with Diddy and Kanye and a few of their associates. Soon the atmosphere became threatening. She claimed they pressured her to take off her clothes because it was so hot in the studio. Let's react to some of this footage together.
Is the music industry as evil as people say it is? And I was like, it's more evil than you could possibly imagine. I was 19 years old. Like, I had just left home.
Oof.
And working with my manager, and we were in LA and doing all these crazy things. And all of a sudden, I got a call one day, and it's like, hey, like, Kanye wants you to come to the studio. And we walk in, and there's all these ladies there wearing their club gear, and Kanye and Diddy are already, like, out of their mind. Just,
that's
like,
crazy.
Drunk, but probably something else. So Diddy hands me a drink, Kanye hands Lauren a drink, and we're like, that's weird. Why are they serving us? Diddy kept looking at me, and Kanye kept looking at Lauren, and, like, they were exchanging glances, and I'm like, they're, like, watching me strangely.
Probably trying to see if the bait had taken the drug.
I'm like, okay, let me pretend to drink, and, like, I'm not actually doing it. And, like, that seemed to, like, make them happy, like, me, like, pretending to, like, join in. And immediately I'm like, there's something in this drink. There's something in this drink. And I didn't know what to do. And I, like, my manager was, like, across the room, but, like, close enough, but, like, not next to me, so I couldn't, like, whisper to her. But I wanted to tell her, like, hey, don't drink this. There's something wrong with this. But I couldn't. So I reach for my phone, and I start to type, and Kanye takes the phone out of my hands, and he's like, who are you texting? Like, you don't need to text anyone. Like, we're having a party. And I was like, okay. And he, like, puts it on one of the...
That's so stressful. Imagine someone just taking your phone. I would be trying to book it.
...of the speakers. And I'm like, fuck. Now what do I do? Like, I don't know what to do. And I see my manager take a sip, and I'm like...
Now, when these guys tried to go after her, she said, please stop. She found herself in a terrifying situation as they forcibly tore her shirt off,
trigger warning,
almost exposed against the wall. Nikyee explained the most haunting part wasn't the physical attack, it was the overwhelming feeling of helplessness when she looked to another man in the room for help. She mouthed help, to only see him turn away, which heightened her fear. That is so scary. It reminds me of this creepy guy that tried to attack me. Like, it was like 2 years ago. It was like Pride.
Oh,
and
wow.
He was very tall, like 6'7", trying to swing at me because he got mad that I wasn't into him. And now in hindsight, I've seen he fights other people too. Never dated him or anything, but he tried to go after me, and he got me onto the ground, pushed me, and I looked at these people and said, help, he's going to attack me, and no one did anything.
Oh, wow.
So scary, because if I saw someone doing that, I would be jumping into action, or at least I would hope I would.
Or, like, call the authorities.
I can't imagine looking at someone in need and watching them about to get attacked and not screaming or anything. They had no reaction, at least in my case.
And then I see her take another sip. 2 sips out of this little vodka cranberry cup. And I'm like, what do I do? 2 sips, and I watch her face flush. And all of a sudden, like, I look over and she's speaking really loud and, like, making jokes, and I'm like, whoa.
Because, like, the drugs are hitting her.
Like, this isn't her. Like, she doesn't make jokes. She's terrified of people. Like, she doesn't even talk. And I was like, it's already hitting her. Like, 100%, I just knew that the drinks were all laced with something. And she starts, like, almost being, like, belligerent a little bit, but not in, like, a crazy way, just, like, really enjoying herself. And I'm like, that's not her. She doesn't even want to be here. Like, this is weird. And all of a sudden, she, like, dismisses the studio host. Like, she's like, you can leave. And I'm like, oh, my God. Like, what's going on? And the girls file out. They go to, like, a different studio, or they go
there are
somewhere.
Different girls in there?
And I'm like, I have to do something.
This is such a weird setting. Like, I don't ever want to be in a
studio. I go to get my phone where Kanye put it on one of the speakers, and as I'm going to get it, I turn, and my manager's walking out, and I'm like, no. Like, where are you going? I'm already seeing people being like, this is cap. What do I have to gain? Let me just ask you, what do I have to gain? I'm in a farm in the middle of nowhere. I'm not in the industry anymore. I'm not filing a lawsuit, so I'm not getting paid. I'm not looking for clout, because who gives a fuck about me? So why would I lie about this? Yeah, so I see her start to leave. And I'm like, where are you going?
It's so sad, because she had so much potential, and these kind of instances just kicked her out of the industry. She didn't want to be in this.
She's like, it's fine, I'm just going to the bathroom. And I was like, no, stay. And she said, it's right there. I'm just going to go to the bathroom. And I was like, okay. And she walks out. And all of a sudden, I realize that I'm in this studio. The music's low, the lights are dim, but you can still like see everything. And I realize that I'm in the studio with Diddy and Kanye, and they're both off their shit. And there's 3 other men, an executive that works with Kanye, his engineer, and his cousin, and me.
Oh, I'm so sorry, but like I think I'm gonna skip this next part because just trigger warning for people. I just don't want the people that to be super triggered by this and people that have been affected by, instances like this to be affected. So if you want to see the rest of her story, just go to SLOAN's channel. I'm just gonna skip a little bit ahead, just for that reason, okay? Just for, just protecting people from that, okay?
It's like this would scare me way and any other person, and
Yes.
she's really incredibly strong for getting out of that moment and pushing them forward. And I believe every single detail she's sharing here, because it's not extraordinary. It's not like crazy make believe. Like, we are seeing what Diddy is capable of, and she's even acknowledging, like, I got out of this. What about the other people who could not get out?
That's right.
Thank you guys for watching this video.
Yes, thank you guys for watching. Honestly, I'm so sorry that I didn't put trigger warning before, but I hope that you guys heeded my warning in the video. Once I realized what grave details she was going to go into, and not to say that her story isn't meant to be heard fully. I think that just for those of us that cannot stomach stuff like that, I just wanted to be respectful of that and people's triggers. So yeah, this is really sad. Like I said, the industry can be very predatory, and if you don't have a good support system, if you don't have people protecting you, it can be very treacherous waters to basically go through. And yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to everybody that has ever had to experience something like that, because it's not okay. It is scary. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this video down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.